Derek and Kyle had been best friends since childhood. Every year, they made it a tradition to escape the noise of life and hike together, phones off, no GPS, no distractions. This year, they chose the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. The forest was deep, misty, and beautiful. Locals said strange things happened there, but they brushed it off. Ghost stories were part of the charm, right? The two set out just before dawn. The forest was stunning in the morning fog, with rays of golden light cutting through thick branches. Birds chirped, squirrels darted past, and the scent of pine and earth filled the air. They followed the marked trail, laughing, telling stories, and pointing out wildlife. Everything felt peaceful, even magical. But somewhere between the third and fourth mile, they made a wrong turn. They were looking for a small waterfall Kyle had read about online, but the path narrowed, the trees grew thicker, and soon, all signs of the official trail were gone. It wasn't until the sun began to dip behind the ridges that they realized they were completely lost. Their laughter died out. The woods grew silent. Not just quiet, silent. No birds. No rustling leaves. Just their own nervous breathing and the sound of branches snapping underfoot. They decided to camp where they were and try to find the main trail in the morning. They made a small fire, ate some protein bars, and tried to relax. But something about the forest didn't feel right anymore. As the fire dwindled to embers, Kyle reached into his bag and pulled out his flashlight. It was an old one, metal body, strong beam, dependable. He clicked it on. The light shot out, but not in front of him. It lit up the space directly behind them. Derek stared at the beam, confused. "You're pointing it the wrong way," he said. "No," Kyle replied, waving the flashlight forward. "I'm aiming it straight ahead. But the beam's going backward." They both stared in disbelief. No matter which way Kyle pointed the flashlight, the beam curved behind them, as if defying the laws of physics. Then they saw it. In the lit area behind them, something moved. Not walking. Crawling. It was pale, long-limbed, and smiling with a mouth far too wide. Its eyes glowed faintly, and its body twitched like a puppet on broken strings. Every time they turned around to face it, it was gone. Every time they turned their backs, the flashlight revealed it again. Closer. Always closer. Derek screamed. "Run!" They ran through the woods, not knowing where they were going. Branches whipped across their faces, roots tangled around their feet, and the darkness swallowed everything but the haunting beam of the flashlight, still pointing behind them. Each time Kyle glanced over his shoulder, the thing was still there, crawling faster now, its limbs bending in impossible ways, never blinking, always smiling. No matter how far they ran, the beam never changed. It kept revealing that same grinning creature, as if mocking them. The flashlight wasn't illuminating their path, it was tracking what followed them. Derek tripped and fell. Kyle grabbed him, pulled him up, and they ran until they couldn't breathe, their lungs burning and legs shaking. At one point, they found a stream and tried to follow it, hoping it would lead to a road or trail. But the water was black in the darkness, and every reflection in it showed the crawling figure. Dozens of them. Surrounding. Still, they ran. They stopped only when the trees began to thin, and the first gray light of dawn peeked through the forest. The flashlight finally went dark in Kyle's hand, the batteries long dead, or maybe it had never been on at all. They collapsed near a park sign. They had made it back to the edge of the trail. They were safe. Or so they thought. Rangers found them that morning, shaken, scratched, and freezing, but alive. The two were taken to a lodge nearby and questioned. "You boys are lucky," one ranger said. "People disappear out there all the time." Derek and Kyle tried to explain what happened, but no one believed them. Weeks later, Kyle finally opened the flashlight to check the batteries. He hadn't dared to touch it since that night. It was empty. No batteries. And yet it had shown a perfect beam, behind them, revealing something that wasn't supposed to be seen. They threw the flashlight away. But the nightmares didn't stop. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, Kyle swears he sees a faint glow on his bedroom wall. A beam of light pointing behind him. And when he turns around? Nothing is there. But he can hear the crawling. And sometimes, just for a second, he thinks he sees something smiling.